Great day, great day. Welcome to the Life in Transitions YouTube channel, Facebook group, and I am live on Instagram. It is great to see you on here. My name is Courtney Rollins. I am the host of LITE, Life in Transitions Experts, as well as the operator and founder, excuse me, ew, what happened here? Of Estate Pro Service, where I'm helping families go through some of the biggest challenges that they may have in real estate investing. Let's see, something's going on here. Why is my stuff acting all crazy? Anyway, I think I'm trying to go live on Instagram, but I don't know if it's up there or not. What is this all about? Well, either way, we're not going to stop the show. Technology is so amazing. Sometimes it can be a little out of the way. One of the ways that one of the hats I wear is a real estate investor, and one of the ways I find properties that I can get at a price that allows me to make a profit is by finding people who need help and support and are willing to trade speed and convenience quite often for a discounted price. It's quite often, folks are looking to sell the property quickly because of debt they may need um, to, and sometimes they just need to unlock the extras so they can have money for the inheritance. And through the long process that normally occurs through a traditional sale is not something that they want or can afford. So that's where my team steps in. So today we're going to talk about North Carolina specifically, 8 steps to open probate and sell the house in North Cackalack. All right. So very popular conversation because there's a lot of people asking when do I need to sell the property, especially when they realize that North Carolina is not property is not necessarily a probate asset in North Carolina. It doesn't necessarily have to go through probate, but if you do want to sell the property, quite often you will want to or need to go through probate so that you can get clear title and some other issues and reasons that you want to make sure that you got your T's and I's crossed by taking it through probate. What is probate? Probate is the legal process of selling or settling the affairs of someone who's passed away. So if anyone passes away, and if they pass away with debt in their name, or if they pass away with um, excuse me, or sorry, if they pass away with debt or if they pass away with assets, there has to be a way to settle those issues, and that's what the probate process is set up for. So even if you have a will, you still have to go through probate. In general, in North Carolina, the process is opening the probate. You're doing a preliminary inventory, notifying all creditors and debtors that have the opportunity to say what debt there may be there, settling the debt and the taxes that are associated, and then passing out any of the inheritances left over and doing a final account and closing the estate. That's the general process for a large estate that you'll see in North Carolina. I'm not an attorney, nor am I giving any legal or financial advice here. I'm just sharing my experience. I say that every um, every space. In fact, the number one thing that I would recommend is that you do talk to an attorney if you're thinking about selling probate. Now, you don't necessarily need an attorney to go through probate. I think it's very helpful for you to have one, but if you want to make sure that you have the right or legal right to sell the property, you may want to check with the attorney and they will support you. Now, make sure you check with someone who's used to probate administration. Attorneys are just like doctors and people in other fields. There's so many niches and specialties that if you're working with someone who does only maybe one probate every 2 years, they may not be familiar with being able to sell it, and it may delay you and cause you to lose some time and perhaps money. But check with an attorney if you need support with an attorney anywhere in the nation. Reach out to me. I have a connected to a nationwide group of estate professionals who are vetted and are there to serve you, especially in North Carolina. I can definitely connect you. All right. Also, you want to determine if probate is necessary. Are you trying to transfer a title? Are you trying to receive money so that you can actually pay off things? There may be some places where you don't necessarily need to go through probate if you are just trying to transfer the title to the next of kin, or if you're just trying to hold on to the property. There may be other reasons there, but check and determine. That really helps by asking or connecting with a probate administration attorney or real estate attorney. All right. Now, if you do decide you are going to need to file for probate because getting the actual will, if there is one probate that says, yes, this will states that this is what can happen to the property or this will is verified, are valid, or if there isn't a will, making sure that you have the letters of administration is so important. And you also will need to provide an heir affidavit showing who is the next of kin. Quite often that could be the actual obituary that's placed in there, but the attorney needs to know who all has a vested interest in the actual property that you're selling to make sure that they have their interest protected. Because you get title insurance, and if somebody who had an interest or had a claim to the property wasn't able to sign off, then it's going to blur up the title and make it challenging for you and for the buyer. You'll go ahead and file that notice to creditors. That's to any publication that has a certain number of viewership. And if you need to know which one in Durham, North Carolina, the Carolinian works and the Herald Sun works. But if you're in other counties, reach out to me and I can help you out. Or the folks at the estate office should be able to let you know. But you go ahead and file that notice to creditors. Now, here's something some people don't know is that the notice to creditors, you may know, has to file for a total of 4 weeks. And then creditors, after that fourth week, have 3 more months to turn in their information. But for many closing attorneys, as long as the notice to creditors has, you can prove that it has run at least once. That's ding, ding, ding. You got the letters in, you got probate open, you got the notice to creditors out there. You know who the heir affidavits are, who needs to sign off on the sale. This is actually when you can sell the property. This is when my experience comes in, and I've bought property from several folks, knowing that this is the space where many investors or home buyers or even sellers may not be aware. They may think they have to go through the entire process. But right here at the notice of creditors is when you got the green light to sell in North Carolina. Um, you may want to, this is number five, but it really could be almost concurrently. Find out what the actual property is appraised for. You may not need an official appraiser. You may want to do that. Um, Quite often, when you're selling, you have to consider the condition and things of that nature. So having an appraiser there to give you that understanding is great. If you're working with some awesome realtors, they can support you. If you're working with some cash buyers with integrity, they should let you know what they assume or think the property's valued at, but also what they actually can pay for it, which may be different. And again, you have to weigh: is it the convenience that I'm receiving here, the service I'm receiving here, the value I'm receiving here, worth the price that they're asking for? And hopefully it is for the person that you're working with and for yourself. And then go ahead and sell the house. I would highly recommend that now that you have probate open, that you take all the proceeds and put it actually into the estate's account, because you will need that to do number seven, which is pay any debts or taxes before you distribute out to heirs and all. That's why probate is normally needs to open if you decide to include or sell the property at the time, and distribute the proceeds. Yeah, go ahead and pass out the proceeds. Make sure you keep a record of all bills you paid, all the people who have been paid. They would definitely have to sign off if they have a right to the property before it can sell, and that's where the closing attorney will step in. So you should be in good hands at that point, and then you'll just continue with the remaining parts of the probate, filing the accounts, making sure all the distributions have been accounted for, all the payments have been accounted for, and close out the account. All right, if you need support, if you need a heart, head, and hands-on approach, especially to the non-legal side of it, I'm like the hub and the wheel right there. I try to connect you to all the people on my team, or even me directly, that can help you make this process more smoothly, and help you get back to your life. And so, if you need support, I'm a cash buyer. I'm also a certified specialist in probate. Um, can help in a lot of different ways, I believe. Reach out, Courtney at estateproservice.com or 919-341-1992. Or check out estateproservice.com. Check out our reviews and all that good stuff and how we've been able to work with people in the past. My name is Courtney Rollins. This is the Life in Transitions Experts YouTube channel. That's LITE. Let your light shine.